Welcome back to Major Impact right here on the DCW Channel 50. And today we have a very special guest, six-figure maker. Please welcome the CEO and founder of two, not one but two, notary businesses, Miss Amber Gist. Hi, Amber.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for having me. Thank you. Hi.
We're so
Welcome to
excited
the
to have
show.
you.
Yes, we're so excited to have you, girl. You are
I'm
making
happy to
such
be here.
an impact in the world of notary. And I just need to know, how did you originally become interested in being a notary and start taking over like this?
Well, it all started out of necessity. So, my background is education. I was a teacher before, and then I went on to be a counselor where I was essentially helping high school students reach their potential and go on to careers, and then doing some other adult education as far as parents go and some of the teachers there. And so, the need came when I was looking for other ways to make extra money because I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to have a few more things for my kids and my family, and I wanted to travel more. So I began to look at other ways to bring in income, and then notary came up, and it really sparked my interest quite a bit. And after a good few, maybe 6 months of research and figuring out everything, all the pieces, and learning everything I could, I went ahead and jumped the gun and went all the way in, created the business day one, and it's been rolling ever since.
I love
Wow.
that, girl. I love that. And I absolutely love the fact that this is something you started, like you say, out of necessity. Because I remember 4 years ago, I wanted to make extra money and I was going to be a notary. But girl, I couldn't do it. So shout out to you, love. You brought it all the way through. Now, in layman's terms, please tell us, what is a notary?
So, a notary being an official witness of the state, so yes, we are official. Okay, we're official. Helps to prevent fraud by witnessing, signing of documents, administering oaths. A notary is official witness of the state, and we prevent fraud. And we do that by witnessing, signing of documents, or administering oaths. The notary is there to make sure participants are willing and tasks are carried out properly. Notaries can only work in the state in which they are appointed, and their duties usually include administering oaths or affirmations, obviously maintaining proper records, and performing things like marriage ceremonies if the state permits a notary to do so. There are so many other things that a notary can do, but that's the basic gist of what we do.
It's so funny you say that because that was going to be one of my next questions is like, what are some of the reasons people use notaries? So you mentioned marriage ceremonies, but what other purpose could I hire you for?
Any business or legal proceedings that may happen usually need a notary. So if you go into the look into real estate, insurance, attorneys, they all require a notary for at least 1 to 3 documents. So let's say you're purchasing, selling, or refinancing a home, a notary has to be there to finalize those documents. If you're doing a will, a trust, it's anything with estate planning, a notary has to be there. Buying a car, selling a car, anything that has to do with medical directives, all those types of things need a notary. So essentially, we are a recession proof.
That's so important because nowadays people need businesses that can survive in any climate. So let's tell everyone all the tea. How long does it take? If I want to become a notary, what am I going to have to do? How long am I going to have to wait before I can get this money?
So to become a notary, it usually takes 3 to maybe 4 months. Kind of depends on your state. And especially since COVID kind of, uprooted everyone's lives, the processing time kind of went, is a little bit longer. So however long the state takes for to take your application, take your fee, obviously, some of them require an training or an exam. So, it's really like a span, but definitely you can get started within about 4 months.
Oh, yes. Okay. So we have quick turnaround time. And I
Absolutely.
remember in the intro, Terry mentioned you have two notary businesses. So can you share more about that? What types of notary businesses do you have?
I actually have three. So I have the notary business that I started, the baby, which is actually providing notary services to my community, and then the other two have to do with education and helping other notaries in their journey. So I own what's called the Notary Academy, where I teach, educate, mentor, coach. I even create their websites, and I even like do audits on their Google business pages and just anything I need to do to support other notaries on their journey so that they can be financially free. That's all what you'll get at the Notary Academy. The third one is what's called Notary Lotus. And that is basically a nationwide notary directory where any individual that might need a notary can log on, do a search, and find a notary, a wedding officiant, any of the different niches that a notary could do, you would find them there.
Yes, Amber, we are here for it. And what I find so impressive is that you have really made a career out of this. A lot of people see a notary, as maybe a side gig or a side hustle, but you're doing it with 3. So I want to know for the people as well, how much can someone actually make annually as a notary?
Good question. So it kind of depends on your goals. If you're going to do this as a side gig, which is perfectly fine, and a lot of people do that to pay bills, get out of debt, or you can do this part-time or full-time. And all 3 of them are just perfect. I don't ever say you need to be full-time because everybody's has that wherever they are in life. A notary can range anywhere between maybe $40,000 and $70,000, probably on year 2 or 3, only because year 1 and 2 is mostly about making those connections, networking, marketing, getting your name out there. And honestly, as soon as you start to really, be a staple in the community, you're going to find that the income is really not that hard to achieve.
I absolutely love that. And let me tell you how this is one of those businesses, and I want to hear more from you, that there's a lot of upward potential with profits because of the amount you put out to start the business is not as much. I have a group coaching program for entrepreneurs, and several of them were notaries and even travel notaries. So I want to hear from you. How does your training and mentorship program help others to start a successful notary business, because you're out here doing the thing?
Yeah.
Right. So I did marry the 2 of my passions, which is education and being an educator already. And then obviously now notary. So I married the 2, created the Notary Academy. And the way my program differs from many others is because I start my notaries down at the bottom. Okay. I show them how to create and structure their business. I show them the systems and processes on the back end. And then I get into the education and teaching them the etiquette, the correct things to do, the correct documents to notarize. And then on top of that, I teach them about marketing and how to get your name out there and show the world basically who they are.
Yes, that is so good, because marketing is the key to really getting your business out there. I feel like so many women have great skills, great businesses, but do not have enough visibility and awareness that they exist. And so marketing is how you get out there. So I love that. That's really cool.
That's really, really good. It's so needed. I always hear and I always say that marketing is just being the loudest person in the room. So you are empowering them to be loud, to show who they are, to really just get more clients. And that's so important because, like you said, this is a recession-proof business. And if we can spread this to more women, that's a lot more women who can be financially empowered. So Amber, thank you so much for your insight and your expertise with the notary business. I had no idea it could be so fruitful. I might need to double back, and add this as a little side gig because I overlooked it in 2019, but it might be time to bring it back. So please do give us your websites, right? Please give us your websites and your social media handles so that the viewers know how to reach you. And I do too.
Sure. Okay. So the website is thenotaryacademy.net and the notary directory is notarylotus.com. And I'm on Instagram as amber.thenotary, and the Notary Academy is at the Notary Academy.
We absolutely love it. So thank you so much for being transparent about your journey, for sharing everything about this business. Super awesome resource. So thank you so much for being here. So all right, DMV, don't you dare move. You're welcome. So all right, DMV, don't you dare move, because coming soon is the infamous Miss London Knight, and she is back and coming through with all the teen entertainment. So stay tuned.